Welcome to the first episode in a series I like to call Magnum Opus, which is where I discuss what I think is the best movie out of a director's line of work. Pretty straightforward. I'm not going to mince around, not going to mess around too much. We're just going to get straight into it. Of course, everybody knows me as a horror girly, so I am going to go straight in with starting off with one of the GOATs of horror. So we're going to talk about John Carpenter. Now, we'll start with the honourable mentions, of course, right? So we're going to talk about just a couple films that I think I wouldn't be surprised if people said that they're his best. And to be honest, I think there's only really one that I think is the honourable mention, and it's, of course, Halloween, right? Everybody knows Halloween. It is synonymous with horror, one of the most iconic horror movies ever created, and has one of the most iconic soundtracks, and also has one of the most iconic masks. You know, it's a phenomenal movie, and I would not be surprised if people were to choose that as their kind of best, I guess, right, for John Carpenter. Some other people might choose The Fog as well. I think The Fog's can be a bit goofy, but it's a fun watch, right? It's good. And to be honest, I'm just going to get straight into my actual choice. Moving on from the kind of honourable mentions, right? It has to be, without a doubt, it has to be The Thing. It is one of the best horror movies ever put to film. It holds up fantastically. So much so more than a lot of movies. The effects do so much more than what I expect from movies nowadays. And they're just genuinely some of the best that's ever been put to film. The tension, the performances, the composition, everything is just perfect from this movie. I truly think it is a perfect horror movie. I think it's just one of those ones that's just not a must-see, and I do think it is Carpenter's best. I don't think that he's ever done anything better than that. I think even all of his subsequent movies after that never ever reached the same height as what The Thing did. Even the remake has attempted to recapture it, but it just didn't work for me at all. The original one, that it's just a gold standard in body horror and VFX, whatever you want to classify it as. It just looks so good, and you would genuinely, if it wasn't for the fact that it has that kind of grainy 80s feel to it, you would genuinely not think that that's when it was filmed. 1982, a few years after Halloween, I truly feel like that was when he was at his absolute peak, and genuinely an all-timer. If you have any suggestions for directors where you want me to discuss what I think is their best work, or if you want to put in what you think is their best work in the comments, feel free to drop them down below, and we can have a discussion. I'm looking to do this pretty much every couple of days till we run out of directors, really, or run out of movies that I have seen, I guess, right? So yeah, let me know if there's anyone you want me to discuss, and yeah, cheers, see you, bye.